In 2012, a tragic loss shook the town of Argyle, Texas. In the midst of the sadness of this loss, a ray of hope, purpose, and joy began to emerge within this tight-knit Texas community.
You know, after we saw the star shoot over our heads at the candlelight vigil, I didn't see the world the same after that.
When we found out the news about Alex's passing, it's just hard to express the sadness that we had for this family. We don't want any other kids not waking up in the morning. We want to find the heart defects of the kids that don't know it, just like the Betzhold didn't know there was anything wrong with Alex.
Through this event, Shoot for the Stars, it's also been a great opportunity for the Betzhold family to just show God's love and show their support to other families.
This is a story behind the Betzhold family, their son Alex, and the impact that is still being felt today.
This all started back in 2012. Our son Alex was 13. He was on the 7th grade basketball team at Argyle Middle School here in Argyle, Texas. He passed away in his sleep unexpectedly.
Unbeknownst to his parents, Mary and Steve, Alex Betzhold, although perfectly healthy on the outside, had a silent and undiagnosed heart condition, a condition that would, unexpectedly, take him from his family. Because of this, his heart fell into sudden cardiac arrest as he slept in his bed on that cold January night. Sudden cardiac arrest is a medical emergency that occurs when the heart suddenly stops beating effectively. This leads to a lack of blood flow to the brain and other vital organs, causing the person to lose consciousness and stop breathing. Sudden cardiac arrest can affect people of all ages, including children and young adults. It can happen suddenly and without warning, often leading to death if not treated promptly with CPR and defibrillation. In the United States alone, approximately 350,000 cases of out-of-hospital cardiac arrest occur annually. Triggers for sudden cardiac arrest can vary, but are often related to underlying heart conditions such as arrhythmias, coronary artery disease, structural abnormalities of the heart, or electrolyte imbalances. Underlying issues that contribute to sudden cardiac arrest can be detected through heart screenings.
You know, we didn't know. He was playing actively on the basketball team, never had a symptom, and this thing can hit you out of the blue. It can hit you on the practice field. It can hit you like Alex in your sleep. This is very unusual, but we kind of consider it almost a blessing that it didn't happen when he was out in our yard with his friends.
Upon hearing the news, the Argyle community quickly rallied around this family in an effort to comfort them in their loss. The community responded in a multitude of ways, but it was at Alex's prayer vigil where something miraculous took place.
The week after Alex passed, the community was so kind to have a prayer vigil out on the tennis courts after a high school boys basketball game. And it was in January, and friends and coaches saying a few words about him. Steve took the mic and started to say a few words to Alex's friends. And right at that moment, the most amazing shooting star went across the sky. And it wasn't just a little blip where you say, was that a shooting star? It was colorful, and someone in the crowd said, look, a shooting star.
We were all there at that vigil, and the most spectacular star shot across the entire sky. I've never seen anything like it. And it was enough that people looked up, and then people were like, look, and then it was just this amazing flame.
So many of us felt God's presence in that shooting star. And I know for me personally, the first few days after Alex passed, I was just so sad lamenting all of the things that we thought Alex would do on this earth. I know personally when I saw that shooting star, all of a sudden I was just overwhelmed with peace and feeling that God would use his passing for just great things that we could even imagine. So it was a really the first time, I think personally, that I was just overwhelmed with God's presence in that moment.
After the prayer vigil and the shooting star, there was a profound shift in the hearts and minds of those in attendance. None more than George Dunham, local radio show host, musician, and Argyle native.
Alex's passing and what happened at the candlelight vigil just really had a profound effect on me as a father, as a member of this community. After that, after we saw the star shoot over our heads at the candlelight vigil, I didn't see the world the same after that. It influenced the music that I wrote, and I'd been playing music, 4 or 5 years or so, and I was about to the point where I was about to think, yeah, okay, that's enough. We've done it. You wanted to see what it was like. This is what it was like. There didn't really feel to be a purpose to it. And, after I wrote A Presence and we dedicated the proceeds of it to the Alex Betzhold Fund and a few others, families that had lost kids, it just, a light went off that, we could do some good. We could play for a reason. We could play for some sort of meaning. It's brought meaning to what I've written. It's brought meaning to events like this. Our band, we don't take a dime from it, and we just kind of anchor the event, and we see how it's grown. Whatever we've done as a committee or what I've done as a leader of a band who puts together a concert, it just, it pales in comparison to the grace and the light that they shine is just so bright. We were so sad for them when Alex passed, and somehow when they spoke at the candlelight vigil, when they spoke at a service, somehow they made all of us feel better somehow. And like I said, it had a profound effect on my life.
Many, like George, were moved to take action in the wake of this tragic loss within their community. This activity within the community created the initial momentum to bring, is now known as Shoot for the Stars, to life.
So this event started the first year. Some friends of ours, some local basketball folks who were big basketball people, got the community rallied, and they took it upon themselves to put on a free throw shooting marathon, which I'd never heard of, but
24 hours.
They put the word out. Everybody in the community came out, local businessmen, families that have never picked up a basketball came into the gym and just shot free throws. And
friends, family, and perfect strangers turned neighbors and extended family for a solid 24 hours shot free throws. Throughout the 24-hour period, the community sank tens of thousands of free throws in honor of Alex Betzhold. Seeing the community, love, and shared support displayed through this free throw marathon, the Betzhold family was inspired to use basketball, one of Alex's most favorite sports, as a vehicle to keep his son's memory alive, bring the community together, and enrich the lives of others. Thus, the Shoot for the Stars annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament was born.
Back in the day, the thing was to play Hoop It Up in downtown Dallas. It was this huge organization that, toured the country and held these 3-on-3 tournaments all over. And I played here when I moved to Texas in '92. So 3-on-3 was always kind of a really cool, fun thing and community thing. So that's kind of how the tournament idea, I guess, came about.
This tournament means a lot. When I was hired here 70 years ago, one of the first thing I did was enter my son in their 3-on-3 tournament, kind of waiting for us to get acclimated with the community. And, ever since then, I just kind of got to know the Betzhold family and their story and just what they meant to Argyle, their son's legacy. I didn't know him, but I also knew their daughter. She was a senior my first year here. And then, they're getting to know Mary and Steve and just the Christian people they are, the testimony they have, and they're just some of the most incredible people you can meet. So it's been neat to see this tournament continue to grow, just to see all the kids participate, the parents, and then it's also a chance for them to give their testimony of Alex. So we love this tournament, and then I'm honored that they allow me to kind of help run it every year.
Since Alex's passing, the community has rallied to add to the 3-on-3 tournament with an outdoor basketball court built in Alex's honor.
One of the other things that we've done is at the middle school, which used to be the high school / middle school. It was combined at the time. So we put an outdoor basketball court that the kids come and play. There's three hoops. There's a full court, and then there's like a half court kind of off to the end. Being able to build that and have his name on it, and just have something that the community can remember him by and kind of benefit from. What the kids do is it's like they're adjustable. So they lower the hoops and they're doing acrobatic dunks. So that's what these kids like to do, and
They call it low hoops. Let's go play low hoops.
But it's just like a thing in the community here now that it's kind of taken its own life.
So for 12 years, kids have been playing on the basketball court. They call it low hoops. My daughter graduated with Sophie in 2018, and years later, my son will play, and I will text Mary, the boys are playing on Alex's court. And it just keeps Alex's spirit alive, and it keeps the boys getting mad at you for this. It keeps the boys connected to the Betzhold family. This is our way of keeping Alex's memory alive and pouring into the community. And Argyle, even though it's growing, it's always going to be our community, big or small.
As the momentum increased around this cause, so did the resources.
The community started, giving money to us. We didn't have any foundation or anything set up to do that, to handle that. So we, set up the Alex Betzhold Memorial Fund, and just started collecting money, not knowing what we were going to do with it. So one of the things that kind of came to mind was to give scholarships to high school seniors at Argyle, and we started that the first year, and we've given at least one or two, sometimes we've given as many as $6,000 or $7,000 scholarships to kids.
With the success of the Shoot for the Stars annual 3-on-3 tournament and scholarships, the Betzholds set their eyes on yet another powerful way to change lives and prevent sudden cardiac arrests from taking more lives unexpectedly.
Upon hearing of our tragedy, there was a family in Plano, the Schraw family, and Karen Schraw runs a charitable organization called Living for Zachary.
Shoot for the Stars partners with Living for Zachary to provide heart screens for students.
Living for Zachary is more than just screenings. It includes those screenings that try to look for young people who have risk for sudden cardiac death. One of the uniquenesses about the Living for Zachary screening is that it goes into more depth. Many screenings include only an EKG, whereas the Living for Zachary screening includes an ultrasound of the heart that looks for the thickness of the heart muscle. It looks for abnormalities of the coronary arteries. It also looks for abnormalities of the heart valves that could put an athlete or any young person at risk.
Over the past 12 years, Shoot for the Stars has continued to grow in the number of people it impacts, as well as the number of services they now offer. In addition to the annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament, the scholarships, the heart screens, and the outdoor basketball court, Shoot for the Stars also hosts an annual silent auction and benefit concert, all designed to bring awareness to sudden cardiac arrest increased the number of heart screens, and increased the number of college scholarships distributed annually. Shoot for the Stars also serves to keep the spirit of Alex Betzhold alive, and as a ministry the Betzhold family uses to tell their story and the love of Jesus.
We did go to the candlelight vigil and we did see the shooting star, and I would just say that it's just profoundly affected our family. And so we're just so honored every year to be a part of this event, because it's really just about remembering Alex and this precious family that has been through a lot, but how they have in turn put their arms around everyone, and it's just been a joy to be a part of it.
Several years after Alex's passing, Steve and Mary Betzhold received an incredibly moving gift.
Like I said, Alex was on the middle school basketball team, but this jersey behind me is a high school jersey. His team, when he was a senior, they had a ceremony on senior night and presented us with this jersey.
In addition to the jersey and many other tributes, the community of Argyle, Texas has continued to encourage, support, and love the Betzhold family as they seek to save more lives from sudden cardiac arrest.
The community coming around and rallying around my family after such a deep loss was just so important to me. It really helped me to be able to grow and really heal, just seeing all of the things that continue to happen even after 12 years after Alex passed. It's just so cool. I don't think I really realized how cool it was to be in a community that really supports people like Argyle has, until I went to college and heard of other people that had gone through similar tragedies but maybe didn't have that same support. So I'm so thankful to the Argyle community that they have and continue to support us and just continue to uplift us, because loss is something that just continues to affect you.
Through the love of the community, just the outpouring of love was incredible. It was the most amazing thing to see, and looking back, we know that God sends people, and just that was first and foremost how we felt God's presence.
That's one of the most amazing things, is the way the community rallied around us and continues to.
God's plan, the greater plan, and using Alex, using his name, and using this cause to not only help students and bring awareness to heart screenings, potentially saving a life, but also showing the families in our community and surrounding communities how important God's love is. It's a blessing that I'm able to just be a part of this. I always tell the Betzholds, especially when I'm talking to Mary, I said, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this, for allowing me to get to know their family like I have, and to also get to know the other board members, and to just experience the love that they have for our community and just the love they have for the Lord, and to be able to spread God's message and share that with the community through this event, to me is just so impactful, and it's so important, and it's just been such a blessing to be a part of.
If you would like to join the community of Argyle, Texas in remembering Alex Betzhold and the prevention of sudden cardiac arrest in our youth, here are a few ways you can participate. Number 1, register and participate in the annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Number 2, consider giving a financial gift to support this program. Number 3, register your child for an annual free heart screen. Number 4, follow our program online by liking, following, and sharing online media. Number 5, volunteer to serve or have your business or nonprofit volunteer in some capacity with this program annually. Number 6, say a prayer for families who have had to walk through the devastation of sudden cardiac arrest in their child. Finally, number 7, Make the choice to shine bright and love your family, friends, and neighbors every day. To learn more about this foundation and how you can participate, go to shootforstars.org.
Rising high, above them all. No task too hard, no effort too small. He set his sights and gave his best, this gentle giant who stood each test. Whether striving to win on the athletic field or wrestling new learning with his quiet zeal, he never gave up, never threw in the towel, never relished a cheater, and never cried foul. No matter the challenge, no matter the odds, with eyes focused, grin ready, and a slight little nod, he set about his business without hesitation, the gentle giant with a very clear mission. His gifts were so clear, not merely a mirage, intelligence, strength, kindness, and courage. His sense of humor none could forget, many laughs he inspired for all that he met. Early one morning, our gentle giant awoke, not here among us, but in heaven's warm cloak. His superstar status finally achieved, leaving us hope, though we still grieved. Now in heaven he lives, but his touch here remains, reminding us all to strive for such things. Trophies and honors are not where it's at. It's heaven we want, and our giant knew that. Here in our grief, the pitch darkness swallows, the pain like a prison, our words so hollow. In the midst of our night, where we cannot see, our gentle giant is shining so free. He streaks across our fierce blackened sky, his unmistakable presence we can't deny. For God knows we need a touch from above, from our gentle giant, a sign of his love. And every time our grief seems so vast, God will provide a way to get past. By reminding us of our dear precious friend, his gifts live in us and have no end. So dear gentle giant, we bid you farewell. Your life and your touch a purpose compel, that we may give our best and always show care, knowing that one day we'll join you up there.